this is actually a great spot. Let me tell you a little bit about it. In the middle of Queen West, in that busy intersection on Augusta and Queen, we find ourselves at a bar that spans generations. It spans countries, it spans seas. Welcome to DROM Taberna. It actually dates back the whole way about 20 years into a restaurant, a sister restaurant over in Chinatown, which is over this way, at La Palette. Two members of La Palette that owned it hired a man called Misha, and you'll see him a little bit later. Misha's a fascinating character and is very much the inspiration of this bar, and he controls everything that goes on inside here. He is an enigma. And the three of them are now the owners of this fantastic pub. But then they hit the pandemic. And the pandemic hit them hard. But you know what they did? They turned this place into a takeout. They turned this place into a musician's resort. They have a balcony right behind me, just above my head, where they would perform live, and they would add donations to the musicians so that they could keep performing, they could keep earning money, and they could keep the place going. And in the meantime, DROM was still ordering takeout. They were still getting musicians in. They were still trying to set up chairs right where I'm standing. They were trying to get people over here. Everything they could to stay open. Now, 2022, they're absolutely thriving. You can probably hear it, right? There's a band on right now. The place is absolutely packed. It's barely 7 p.m. And let's try a couple of drinks and some food and see what it's all about. Come on, follow me. Let me tell you something a bit about this. This is actually Murphy's Irish Stout from Cork, Ireland. Only about 4% alcohol. It is a proper stout. It is the rival to Guinness. It's 70% nitrogen, 30% carbon, and it is smooth. So let's give it a try. I'm telling you, there is not much better than the first gulp of a Murphy's. And I know it said it's smooth. It's not as smooth as these guys. This is outstanding. And from my hometown, it is very, very rare to get this type of pint poured on draft anywhere around Toronto. There's a couple of pubs that do it. This place is the best that I have found here. So treat yourself to a brilliant pint of Murphy's at DROM Taberna. Standing atmosphere that the minute you walk in the door, you can feel it. You can feel it in your fingertips. And that's exactly the type of place we were looking for. DROM Taberna. There seems to be like lots of jazz here. Was that like always part of the DROM?
Funny enough, there is a I wouldn't say there's a whole lot of jazz, but we do have a lot of jazz, fusions.
Kind of fusion,
for the most part, the focus has always been and will be on world music and cultural music. Back in 2018, the place itself was not just born, in 2-3 months. There is a huge history of things happening in the city of Toronto, specifically Kensington Market, that led to this place
and that was La Palette,
coming to existence. La Palette, Fedora Upside Down. It was a beautiful, huge community of, I think, over 10 different bands, and they were world music bands. There was a ska band in it, a Brazilian band, and basically their idea was to create a community and support each other and help each other out, put the festivals together, throw the concerts together. And Shemez Amalani, who's the owner of La Palette, together with Maria, and who are my business partners here, they're the ones who've always been a huge part of keeping the culture going in the city. So when DROM was born, it was not out of the blue. It was basically all of these lonely, weirdo, beautiful souls just looking for a place that they can call home. So this is how it sort of started, and then...
And where's your role in that? So I know you met the other two owners, and it kind of spiraled from there, along with, obviously the influence of wanting to put out world music, wanting to put out a place that's inclusive of everybody.
I used to work at... I don't know if they're good anymore. I haven't been there in a while, but I used to work at Pravda, and then I quit. And then in September, 6 years ago or 7 years ago, where were we at? 6 years ago, I was looking for a job, and I messaged a friend of mine, and she was working at La Palette. And then I stopped by at La Palette on a Monday night once, and I fucking fell in love with Shemez right away. We started arguing about Hungarian language 3 minutes into me sitting at the table, and then I saw a bunch of liquor that I've never seen in this country before, and then I came back 2 days later with a resume being like, hey, I'm very stressed out, but how can I get a job here?
Please hire me.
Yeah, please hire me. And he did. And 2 years later, Tortilla Flats shut down. Place was for lease, and then he brought me here. There were quite a few of us, and then he said, I'm thinking about opening an Eastern European tavern and a live music venue, and like proper thing that you would find downtown Budapest or Prague or Warsaw. And then he asked me if I wanted to be a partner, and I thought about it for a week. Actually went to Tennessee Tavern for a night. It was an Eastern European bar back in the days.
Oh, wow.
That was owned by Grant Van Gameren with my roommate Yule, and then we were sitting at the bar, and then we were contemplating, thinking, brainstorming, and then 2 days later I was agreeing to being a part owner of this place.
I wanted to ask you, if DROM Taberna was a character, how would you describe her or him?
Her. Oh, that's a good one.
She's kind of your baby, right?
She's, yeah, she definitely is, big time. And she's become a she recently. She was a he for a bit. She's so willing to give all the love that she's got, only if people are ready to take it and only if people are willing to give something back. She is a very much so open-hearted, beautiful soul that wants nothing more but to make people feel good and comfortable. The idea of helping artists, guests, and our staff to just feel like you belong, not even having purpose, but being together and knowing that there's a nice place where there are good people, decent people that are not going to hurt each other. That's literally all she wants.
In Romani Lacho, DROM means safe journey. And I'll tell you what, there is no place I more felt at home, I more felt safe on my journey than inside there. Fantastic music, great food, great beer, alcoholic and non-alcoholic, and just fantastic. Okay? It's like an essence of where we want to travel to, where we've traveled to, and where we've never been, all inside one pub. And this place is absolutely magnificent. It's bustling with character and atmosphere, wonderful lighting, brilliant people, just fantastic drinks. Like it's hard to go inside there and not be infected by the sensations and the smells and the tastes that are inside this pub. It is absolutely sensational. If you've never been here, please come to Queen Augusta, come to the DROM Taberna, and just experience what a magnificent pub, what somewhere different looks like, and just what the essence of live music and pub looks like. A pub should be a public house. It should be a house where the public are welcome to, and this is exactly what that is. Anyone is welcome in the DROM Taberna. So I'll tell you what, go somewhere different for a change. Go to the DROM Taberna.